The oversight agency has received nearly 100 complaints against police officers related to the ongoing protests.
And so the city auditor's independent police review has new data showing which month brought in the most complaints. Jennifer Dowling is live now with a look at those numbers. And Jennifer, what can you tell us?
Well, Elizabeth and Jeff, the largest number of complaints came in the first few weeks following the death of George Floyd. And since that time, they've continued to steadily roll in.
I went out to talk to an officer to let him know that my house was being filled with gas.
Elijah Warren says his home filled with tear gas weeks ago following a clash between protesters and police in southeast Portland. He says when he went outside to try to talk to an officer about what was happening, he was struck and injured by a different officer.
And when I was starting up the second conversation to finish what we were talking, that's when I was assaulted by an officer, number 67.
His complaint is part of a number of cases under review by the city auditor's independent police review. IPR today releasing more detail on how many protest-related complaints have come in since late May. So far, IPR and Internal Affairs have opened 97 protest-related cases, with 49 of those containing allegations of excessive force, with the biggest number of complaints reported in June, when there were 46 protest-related cases that came in compared to just 36 non-protest-related cases that same month. The Citizen Review Committee, which helps develop recommendations to address police service issues, hosted a crowd control and use of force work group meeting tonight. Participants talked about a recent protest survey and recent complaints, many involving the use of tear gas, at least one from a woman who'd gotten gassed unexpectedly from the same neighborhood as Warren.
And they're using tear gas not just on 82nd, but as they were breaking up the protest further in the neighborhood. And of course, she's worried about her children.
Being able to smell tear gas in their homes and watching like tons of PPB come by the house. It seems like it has the possibility of a really clear policy recommendation.
And the Citizen Review Committee work group session, they also discussed what they might do moving forward. And so some of the folks in that work group suggested that they may decide to try to form a team to independently document what's happening at the protests themselves and record what's happening. They say they're going to be researching that in the weeks ahead, and they're also going to check in with a city that already has a team similar to that. Back to you.
All right. And I know you'll stay on top of that, Jennifer. Thank you.